open up with bad news. We're going to finish with bad news. Secret Invasion. Albeit it does have poor reviews, but I've seen very good stuff from people. I don't know if you've gotten around to seeing the episode yet.
I'll probably just wait. I can just binge it one day.
Fair enough. Have you seen the opening credits or images or stills?
I've seen images, yep.
Yeah.
And I have heard about what you're about to talk about.
So I'm going to say this. I'm going to play devil's advocate in this conversation. When I saw the credits, and this was before the news came out because I got a screener from Disney directly about it. I was watching. I'm like, oh, this is a sick intro. This is mean. They had good music and it had interesting, different visuals. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And then this news comes out, and I see everybody, and everyone's against AI being involved in filmmaking, rightfully so. I completely get that. But they're saying that the opening credits are ugly, they're gross, and they're stupid. It's not the exact words, but it's along those lines. I guarantee it would be praised if this news never came out before the first episode. Because there's not much of a distinction in reality. You couldn't tell that's AI generated. Not in my opinion. And further to this news, AI was a component. It was a tool. It wasn't like AI do things for a make-believe Disney Plus show about the Skrulls involving the real-life MCU, and it does it, and they just like flick it out to the world. Like they had like artists come in and check it and proof it and all that kind of stuff. So the hatred for it is something that confuses me because as someone who watches a lot of content, especially, and is up to date with everything, happening in the film industry and in a contemporary sense, it was surprising to see so much backlash for something that probably would go undetected if they didn't announce it. You haven't seen it yet, so it's hard to gauge on whether you would. And you've seen images, so you now know.
To be honest, looking at the images, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't know the news, I'd be like, nah, that's not AI.
Yeah, okay, so you'd be on the same boat with me with this one. Obviously, the main question is, how do you feel about Marvel using AI? There's a lot of questions to this because it's something I want to break down a little bit more. But overall, what's your overall thoughts about AI being involved with this?
I think you said it before, like AI should never replace a person, but it should assist. Yeah. So I think it's a good idea to use AI to make stuff, give people ideas, and then have actual people go and tweak it.
Yep.
And that's clearly what these guys have done. They've made AI opening credits, and they've had actual people come in and tweak it. And if you use AI a bit more often, have people come in, then that's going to free up your load to focus on. Oh, shut up, mouse!
Mouse's going crazy.
To focus on, the bigger stuff, the proper visual effects and whatnot, rather than like some small little like 5-10 second snippet where it would take like an actual human, like, I don't know, let's say a day.
Yeah.
To like make, where AI can make it in like half a day, maybe less, way less.
For like an hour, yeah.
Probably in an hour, and someone to like make a little bit of adjustments, and then you got the same same thing in less than a day, like those, like the actual man hours can be put into, the proper visual effects to make sure everything looks clean and nice. And then something stupid like this, it's just easily done by AI and proof check. So I think that's the way AI should be used within the film industry, is not quite as a replacement for a person or a department, but more as an assistance to relieve a certain section so people can focus on another bit of the film.
Yeah. Okay. No, yeah, that's beautifully illustrated there. And I'm glad you said that. And I'll touch back on that because you said that quite nicely. But Marvel's justification, or I guess the people involved in this, they said that, they reach out to AI vendors, and they said that having the AI do the opening credits felt right due to it being based on, Skrulls and identity, who's the imposter and all that kind of stuff. Do you think that's good, like, justification for them using AI? Because there's a backlash that are saying different things to like what me and you are saying right now.
Just sounds like Andy Muschietti and his justification for the visual effects of the Flash. It's just a cop out, really. You know, like they're getting backlash.
So you think it's a bad excuse and it doesn't apply, despite us agreeing with or semi-agreeing with this?
I think it's a bad excuse because from Marvel, what they said, it seems like as if they're going to replace an entire department just to do this with it through AI.
Yeah.
Where we're saying like, no, use it to help to relieve a certain department where they can focus on on a separate department. So Marvel, that comment, it seems like as if they're going to be like, oh, cool, we can do AI to do this now. Boom, you guys are fired.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that sort of stuff. The justification's bad. It's just, like I said, it's the same with the Flash and the visual effects. You know, it's too little too late. Make the announcements before.
Interesting. Yeah. No, you're just on fire today because you're leading up to my next question. So my last two that I got in terms of the conversation here, you're kind of covered off, but I'll go back to what you were saying before. Now, when it comes to VFX, animation, and stuff like that, we're seeing so much reports of they're overworked, 7 days, 10 to 12 hours. Spider-Verse has had it. Marvel's been, draining VFX artists. There's such a backlash and there's such a real hate for AI in the film industry. Now, I saw a bit of Nolan's comments on it because I follow that stuff quite closely because, Nolan's my favorite director and whatnot. He says it's a tool, and I'm on that same boat that the VFX industry cannot keep up with the film industry. There's too many big blockbusters that require way too much, that there's like not enough labor and not enough people to do the work in fair working conditions with good pay and, a 40-hour work week or whatnot. So should the majority of people that are very against this kind of just hold off on the AI hateness and just like see where it goes and allow it to be a tool to assist and not, or should they just carry on the system where no AI in films ever?
No, because that's dumb.
What? The no AI?
Yeah. Because AI is definitely a tool. It's like Microsoft Excel, No one has the time to go on a calculator and formulate spreadsheets and formulas and stuff like that. Yeah. It is a tool for that. You put in your formula and then boom, it's automatically done for you.
Yeah.
This is exactly what AI can do for the movie industry.
Yeah.
It can help assist in filmmaking. It can relieve pressure off visual effects artists and other departments, so they can focus on the more nitty-gritty stuff that actually takes more time rather than having to spend so long on like this little short sort of thing. And it doesn't have to apply to TV series in terms of opening credits. It can apply to like
all of it.
It can apply to like, say you have a scene where it only takes like, it's like something like a post in the background that needs to be digitally put in. Boom, AI down in 10 seconds rather than an hour or half an hour to make. You know? So it's definitely a tool that should be used. But then again, at what point is too much?
Yeah.
And that's probably where they're saying, like, at what point does it not become a tool, it becomes a person?
Yes, yeah.
So I think there needs to be a line. I think the way it is now, because AI is such in its early phase, it's fine. It's being used as that tool.
Yeah.
But then I think in probably 5-10 years' time, it's going to become a person.
Yeah. Damn. That's well said, because I was leading to my final question on this. But yeah, I completely agree. Just in terms of like visual effects and stuff like that, if AI had the capability to do like, base visual effects, the VFX artists go in, they touch it up and they clean it up, they do what they do. But AI has done the real groundwork. I know that I've used AI in my job just to help with really base stuff. It just speeds the really base processes up. So yeah, that mouse is really distracting.
It's fine. We're almost done.
We're almost done. But yeah, honestly, AI, there has to be a limit, which was kind of going towards my last question here. And my last question was, when does it become too much? It does, and you covered that. Soon it's going to replace the person. That's not what we want. That's not what we're saying here. But do you think just having or even mentioning AI being involved, does that set a bad precedent for future filmmaking? And other studios are watching this. Is that bad to just even announce it because other studios are looking at this, being like, oh, they got that to help out. We'll get it to help our stuff. What do you think?
I mean, you can be really dodgy, like Marvel did the right thing and announced it did. If you're like another studio and you use AI, you don't really have to say that you use AI because no one will be the wiser, if Marvel don't announce that this was AI, as you said, no one would have known.
No one would have. I promise you, no one would have known. Yeah,
no one would have known. So everyone would be like, "Oh fuck, this is creative as fuck." No one needs to say anything. You keep your mouth shut. You're fine. You tell your visual effects team, "Yo, here's an extra 10K." You silence your mouth. We're good. We're good, G. We're good, G. And you get, you get in topped off nicely. But then again, that's not how studios play.
Yeah.
They have to announce it and they have to credit it.
Yeah.
In some shape or form.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I covered it before. Like,
there's
not really a definitive line, but like as soon as that line gets crossed, that's when people know.
Yeah.
That's when it's become a person, not a tool.
Mm. I do think that there should be a definitive line, at least an unspoken rule within the film industry that, hey, look, we're going to use AI. They're going to be tools to help our workers, to make their lives easier and to make our movies better. And this is the line. This is what they do. And it should be like code or perhaps even law where the AI cannot interfere with the complete creative process. I think something like that I think it's fair. I think it helps our film industry as well, because if you want all these big movies to come out year upon year, then something needs to change. They can't have all these workers working overtime like crazy, and you're either going to have people working like nuts to create a great movie like Spider-Verse and destroy their mental and physical health, or you're going to have really bad CGI like we saw in The Flash. So with AI, you might be able to balance those kind of two things there to create something a little bit more even. It's better for the studios, more money, better for us, the consumers, you get better films. I think we can both agree on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.